Hi VC, hi YouTube, it's Rob here with another video, and I'm going to enter a contest. So Edwin over in Canada has reached 1,000 subscribers. His channel is the Pretty Green Vinyl Guy, and there's quite a bit of crossover in me and Edwin's taste, so when he announced this contest I was always going to jump in on it. So 10 questions, 10 really good questions, a bit of fun. So the first question is a song that makes us cry. So changing the mood a little bit. So a song that sort of certainly makes me feel sad is from this album. So it's Barbra Streisand, and this album is called People. So this used to belong to my mum and dad. And in 2016, my mum was diagnosed with brain cancer. She collapsed at home. So she was rushed into hospital, and pretty quickly she was diagnosed. They gave her anything between a month and 6 months to live. Obviously a really stressful time. She went into a home, which she loved it in that home, and she made quite a good recovery. And then all of a sudden she went downhill over a matter of days, really. And the hours leading up to her death, was in the room with my sister, with her, holding her hand, and I was talking to her, and I decided to play some music through my phone. And my mum and dad were married for 48 years, but my mum had been on her own for 17 years, really independent. But they both loved Barbra Streisand, so I had Barbra Streisand playing while I was talking to her, and she was squeezing my hand, and she drifted off. So yeah, a song that always sort of upsets me really is People by Barbra Streisand. The next question is about a song about a place. So I'm sure you think I'm going to choose Manchester, but yeah, don't want to be predictable. So I've decided to show this album by Massive Attack, and it's called Helioland. So really good album from Massive Attack from 2010. And when I got this album, I didn't know anything about Helioland. I didn't know where it was. So a little bit of research. It's an island off the coast of Germany and Denmark. The Danish used to own it. The UK owned it as well. And then the Germans got a hold of it, and they used it in the Second World War as a bit of a base. So obviously the UK bombed the hell out of it, and it wasn't really habitable for quite some time. But over the last couple of decades, it's gone through some redevelopment, and it's now a little bit of a tourist attraction. So yeah, Helioland by Massive Attack is my place. Now, number 3, Edwin wants us to show a song with a colour in it. So I've chosen this album, Weather Report and 8:30. This is a live album which came out in 1979, and the first track is a track called Black Market. So yeah, there's my colour from Weather Report. Question 4 is a song that you'd like to see made into a film. So I've chosen XTC. So XTC is a band that Edwin never saw live. He's a big fan. So yeah, XTC, and of course the song Making Plans for Nigel, which is kind of about a young guy whose parents have sort of set out that his life for him going to be working at British Steel. Now British Steel is in Sheffield, and XTC are from Swindon. So I've decided to sort of make a film where Nigel sort of rebels against his parents and becomes a hairdresser. So bit of a comedy drama where Nigel becomes a hairdresser. So yeah, XTC and the song Making Plans for Nigel. Now, number 5 is another bit of a crossover. Edwin wants us to show a song where if somebody had never heard this artist, a song you'd play to them. Now, Edwin showed You Do Something To Me by Paul Weller from the Stanley Road album, but I'm going to show Paul Weller's debut album from, I think it was 91. So, and the track off here is a track called Above the Clouds, which is just a gorgeous song. I saw a funny clip of Paul Weller and DC Lee, his wife at the time. I think they were abroad somewhere buying an ice cream, and the radio was playing Above the Clouds, and it's really funny to see Paul's reaction. He was just sort of stood there seeing how it sounded on the radio. So it's a great song, and if you've never heard it, I really recommend it. So yeah, Paul Weller and Above the Clouds. Okay, number 6 is a song with a boy or girl's name in it. So I've managed to get 2 for the price of 1 on this album, Hotel Shampoo, and this is by Griff Rhys. So Griff Rhys, the lead singer with one of my favourite bands, the Super Furry Animals. I'll show the vinyl on this one, nice red vinyl. The closing track on side 1 on this album is called Sophie Softly, and the first track on side 2 is called Christopher Columbus. So covered all the bases there with a boy and girl's name from this really good album by Griff Rhys, Hotel Shampoo. Number 7 is a song you'd like to have seen perform live. Now, I never got to see The Police. I know Edwin's a big fan of The Police, and The Police really were the first band I really got into in about sort of towards the end of 78. And in 79, Message in a Bottle came out, and I never got to see The Police live. First gig was Elvis Costello, second gig was XTC. Yeah, managed to see XTC on the Black Sea Tour, Manchester Apollo. My third gig was Stiff Little Fingers, but around that period I really wish I'd seen The Police. So yeah, Message in a Bottle by The Police. Number 8 is the first song that we ever danced to. Now, so in 1976 I would have been about 11, and 1976 was not the best year for music, I don't think. It was sort of in between glam and punk. But a band who I was into, and I bought this record when it came out, was Under the Moon of Love by Shiwaddy Waddy, and I certainly remember dancing around the living room to Shiwaddy Waddy. So yeah, I mean, Edwin, a little bit younger than me, and I think he said his first dance was to Town Called Malice, which is one of my favourite songs of all time. Now, number 9 is a song to play at our funeral. I struggled a little bit with this, to be honest, because I'm not sure that I want to have one of my favourite artists played at my funeral, because I don't want people to associate a certain artist or a certain song with my death. But this is only for fun, it's only a contest, so I'm going to go with The Who from the album Quadrophenia, and I've decided to choose the song I'm One, which is the third track on side 1. So it kind of sort of tells a story really about what it's like to be a mod, and I still consider myself a bit of a mod. So yeah, the song's playing at my funeral, I'm One by The Who. And finally, our favourite memory from song from a concert. So I was lucky enough to see these guys, The Jam. So I went to see The Jam in 1982 on the 1st of October. It was a Friday. I can remember finishing work, getting into Manchester, getting on a coach with about 10 friends. We got to Bingley Hall in Staffordshire. The gig was, as you'd expect, just amazing. The crowd was like a football crowd. The atmosphere was electric. I had my boating blazer on. I had my Jam shoes on. I had my Parker on. And I was with all my friends. They came on, they played Ghost from The Gift, and then he followed it up with In the Crowd. By the end of that song, we were all split up. It was just like being in the Cop at Anfield. And the third song they played was This Is the Modern World, which is just a bit of an anthem for all Jam fans. So yeah, probably my favourite sort of song I've seen at a concert was The Jam, from which this album, I love this album. I played it to death when it came out, and it's still an album I have a lot of fond memories from. So yeah, This Is the Modern World by The Jam. So that's my entry into Edwin's contest. If you're not aware of the Pretty Green Vinyl guy, I really recommend you go and check out his channel. He's over in Canada, and he's got a really good channel. So that's it from me. If you've got any comments about some of the records I showed, I'd love to hear from you. One of the best things about the VC is the comments. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching my video, and bye for now.